let's take the phone calls. You're the first on the air with us tonight. What can we do for you?
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Hicks, I
Hello.
got a couple questions. First of all, I caught your act on HBO, the HBO special, and I was wondering, I know you're playing at the Last Stop tomorrow, and I was just wondering what type of venue do you normally play? Do you play the comedy stops, or do you do concert halls? Because I know a lot of your stuff is borderline. I'm not sure if you're, for lack of a better term, like a social commentator or a comedian. Okay, and I was just wondering what you had to say about that, and if you were thinking about getting any kind of more deeply into your subjects as far as it, rather than just, like I say again, for lack of a better term, brushing them with a light brush, a light touch anyway, and I'll get off the line and listen.
Great questions. Very astute questions. I will tell you this, that in England, I play concert halls solely, and in America, I'm at the Laugh Stop. Does that explain anything to you? In England, something happened between me and the audience, and I'll tell you what happened was they aired things like that HBO special the gentleman just talked about, and other specials that I've done, unedited on their they have only 4 channels. So they aired it unedited at primetime TV. So consequently, the audience that saw it, a huge audience in the UK, they had a good portion of people see it and like exactly what I really do. It wasn't edited, it wasn't like going on TV here. So there was huge crowds, and it's been beautiful over in England.
Of course not here.
It hadn't happened here, and there's, I could nitpick, but I will say things have picked up here. But as far as the material, much more am I getting into the subject matter, and if you come out to the show, there will be nothing I did on that HBO show that you will see here. And the material is, I don't consider it really comedy. I don't even consider there a difference between comedy and drama, to be honest with you. I think as long as it's entertaining and interesting, and hopefully funny, that it has merit as entertainment. And I appreciate the question. I would love to get out of comedy clubs and play theaters. I think social criticism is much needed in America, and unfortunately, it's like Noam Chomsky said, the emperor wears no clothes, but he doesn't like to be told it. Those emperors.
That's a good way, yeah. Hi, you're on CapZeyeZ. We got Bill Hicks here. What can we do for you?
Hello.
Hello.
I was asking Bill there, the difference between London humor and American humor is just ungodly. And
so is the difference between English accents and yours.
I just don't understand what, like the Bill Clinton and everything of here, I just don't get it. What is the thing that makes you sell your humor?
Makes me sell my humor? Tell my humor?
What was that?
Tell your humor. Where do you get your ideas for jokes from?
Okay, good question, Mr. Faux Englishman. That accent's worse than the one I do. And mine's pretty bad.
It was kind of rough.
I do the only Englishman with a drawl, I think, in the world. Anyway, where I come out with material particularly is, it's very simple. Anything that defies my sense of reason. I don't look outside myself for answers. I kind of feel like everyone has a voice of reason inside them, and I believe that's been quelled to a large degree by our multimedia society that we live in. But anything that defies my voice of reason comes out, and you hold it up to the light of reason. That's the premise. And then you start nailing it, and those are the jokes, until what's left is a laughter, I think, of recognition of a truth. If that's not arcane and metaphysical enough for you, put on the special glasses. I'm sorry, I just did mushrooms in Fredericksburg about 3 months ago. And I had my third eye squeegeed.
What's up? You're on CapZeyeZ. We got Bill Hicks. What can we do for you?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I think that's bullshit about that David Letterman stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not watching that show anymore until Dave quits sucking that corporate cock. You know what I'm saying? And I'm behind you 100%, man.
Well, I tell you, I've been watching the show since this incident happened with different a different light in myself. And I've liked Dave, and he's always been, well, I can't say he's been supportive, because in fact, I feel like I finally realized something. I've been, for the last however many times I've done it, in an abusive relationship that I keep going back for more. Bill, we love you because you're so edgy and hip. But when you come on our show, could you not be that way? And I made the mistake of doing it, thinking that, oh, well, you know, I'll rewrite everything so it fits. And now I have no interest in doing that whatsoever. I would rather be on Dave's show here on Public Access than play to 3 million yahoos who think they're watching something radical or rebellious.
Yeah, and I was also wondering where that HBO special was shot.
That was shot in England and London at the Dominion Theatre, this beautiful, beautiful theater, which you can't see because our set was real dark and gruesome, but
Right, okay.
it was in England.
Yeah, it was a real good special.
Thank you, man.
All right, then.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your call. This is Bill Hicks. You're on CapZeyeZ. What can we do for you?
Hi, Bill. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Who are you?
Philip Marshall.
How are you?
I know that
Doing
guy.
well, doing well.
Hi, Philip.
I saw you for the first time. Yeah, hey, Dave, how are you, man?
All right.
Long time no see.
Really?
I saw you for the first time, I guess, right around 1983 at the Comedy Workshop. You were opening for Jay Leno. Do you remember that gig?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You've come a heck of a long way since then. In fact,
Yeah, I'm at the Laugh Stop now.
yeah. It's about 5 miles or so?
Yeah.
4 or 5 miles. So you have come a long way. No, I think that you've become one of a few really good visionary comics. I think like you and Dennis Miller and Will Durst are probably on that cutting edge, that Mort Saul, Lenny Bruce type thing.
Oh, I appreciate that. There's a handful of others who you haven't heard of because they're even more on the edge and you're never going to hear them.
Why not? I mean,
Because there's no venue. Comedy clubs won't book them, and America does not take comedy seriously, social criticism seriously. If you look at even the careers of Mort Saul and Lenny Bruce, you'll notice that one was basically run out of the business, and the other one was killed himself due to lack of work. This is how America supports social criticism. Well, HBO didn't censor me, and I got to give them credit for that. But Mort Saul, there's a great documentary I saw on Mort Saul on PBS, and it seems to be. Did you fall over?
no, I'm here.
This guy just passed out. There's a great documentary on him, and he seems kind of at peace with himself. And in a way, I don't want to get too esoteric, but I'm kind of at peace with myself as well. I don't really care anymore. There are venues and there are avenues, but they are not going to be mainstream. But that's why I love public access. That's why England has opened up for me, and HBO was nice enough not to edit anything except due to time constraints. And I think there's a change coming up, man. You can't put out puerile crap 24 hours because eventually there's going to be chaos in the streets, which there already is.
Yeah.
Because people are frustrated not having their voice of reason confirmed. And everyone has that voice of reason that goes, this is bull, man. What I'm watching is bull. And yet, the media does not confirm it. So after a while, people begin to think they're insane. And that's the bummer about it. But that's why I love non-mainstream stuff, because you actually hear honest emotions. And that's what you won't hear on mainstream TV ever, is honest emotions.
Well, I think, the media has sold
Why
us.
am I yelling at you? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Well, at least you're passionate about it, and I'm that's always good to see.
Guys going, what the hell? What the hell did I do?
No, man, I'm a jazz musician. I'm way too laid back to even worry about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
But, I mean, and before, I'll hang up now, but before you get out of there, give me your take on two things. Give me your take on the Palestinian Peace Accord, and what the hell are we doing in Somalia and Haiti? What is that all about? Now they're talking about, did you hear the news today about the bomb in Northern Ireland?
No.
Oh, yeah. Somebody threw a bomb into a shopping complex, a downstairs shopping complex where, like, nobody can escape, killed 9, injured about 50, and we're supposed to send some sort of peace envoy over there to try and work this all out between the Catholics and the Protestants. Like that's going to happen. Why don't we just have the Crusades all over again?
Right. Well, my take on any of the foreign affairs of the U.S. government is at best cynical and completely doubtful that their motives or our motives are anything other than the elite maintaining the status quo. As far as the Palestinians specifically, You know, they were there. They need their land, and Israel is a satellite of this country. We sell them nuclear weapons, and you can just imagine what kind of deal the Palestinians are going to get.
Yeah.
And as far as the other Somalia and Haiti, what we're doing is spreading democracy at gunpoint. In other words,
Well, they'll have health care at least.
well, they're going to need it because McDonald's is going in first.
Are you planning on going back to Dave? I know he had expressed, you know, wanting to have you back.
Yeah, after this New Yorker article comes out on Monday, I don't know if they're going to express that same feeling.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, we each have our things to do, and well, you know, I don't know if being on Dave would have been that another step, you know.
I don't really
So-
care anymore, because you know what? I've never been me on Dave.
There
You know,
you go.
out of all the other 11 appearances I've done on the show, I've never had anyone come up to me and go, "Hey, I saw you on Letterman last night. You were great." And the reason that is, I've never been me on that show. And I don't really know if it's enough respect for myself to go on and play a game that's not me. So I don't really care anymore, to be honest with you. And that's it. I don't really care. There's other venues and there's other outlets, and let them play their game. And I tell you what, it is, as the other caller mentioned, everyone's getting screwed now. And it's becoming so transparent, their fucking lie, that it's laughable. And that's all I want to say on that.